And that is because you either chose or did not actually make a flying lap in the first practice, which set the order for today. When you woke up and saw the weather radar, now as we get a little bit cloudier here, Denny, are you getting concerned at all?
Well, I mean, it's our car was so bad when we unloaded, hitting the racetrack, we couldn't make a qualifying run. We couldn't even make a lap, and so it definitely hurt us quite a bit. But we're hopefully we don't get unlucky today. Starting in the back, starting to get a little low.
And yet in race trim, as we watched you through practice yesterday, it appeared that your car really woke up and was really good.
Yeah, I mean, at second practice, our car was extremely good, we felt like, especially over the long run. So we know we got a really good car. That's a good part. We just don't need to get unlucky here.
All right, Alan, again, the strategy, hoping to go out early in the cool of the day. If it rains, he'll be starting way back.
Well, we had just enough last night. Being a Yankees fan, I say we. I'm a huge Yankees fan, and my good friend Mr. Bestwick over here, the Red Sox fan. So the boys stole one last night up there in Fenway Park. It was nice.
Winnable games. You got to win the winnable games.
Yeah.
Speaking of win and Pocono, Denny Hamlin does that a lot here, and is one of the early cars to run today because the first practice session was not what they were looking for.
I kind of wondered if they were sandbagging a little bit in that practice to get this early draw.
I was just thinking the same thing.
We're getting ready to see what he can do now.
Yeah, a lot of speed right there. You can see really that car turned in the center of the corner, Carl, and he could drive it straight off of turn 2 and carry a lot of, or turn 1 and carry a lot of speed.
Denny this track, he's been spectacular here. So I don't know exactly what he does, but he's been really, really good. And I mean, you can see right now he's, what is he, almost a 0.8 of a second, 7.5 of a second ahead of the pole right now. He's gonna be laying down a tough lap, and whether it was by design or not, he's going out right now in perfect conditions. And if that sun pops out, this could be a pole run right here.
Yeah, this is going to be the fastest lap of the weekend by a good bit.
Oh yeah.
52.49. For perspective, the previous fast lap in this qualifying was 53.37.
Well, I think maybe he was sandbagging a little bit.
Yeah, we talked about Ryan Newman yesterday being 0.4 quicker than anyone, and he ran a 52.93 yesterday. So,
man. Denny Hamlin did something very rare. He won both races here at Pocono in his rookie season, and he hasn't let off the pace since then. Hamlin scoring 4 victories here at the Tricky Triangle. The most recent of them, the race in June 2010, when there was mayhem happening in behind him on the racetrack. But Hamlin was ahead of it all and went to victory lane at Pocono Raceway. Denny on the pole right now in qualifying for this Sunday's race.
Hamlin very strong, 52.49. I know you've had some issues throughout the course of the weekend, but that's a pretty stout lap. How good did it feel for you?
It was okay. Still had some issues with hitting the track, but other than that, it's just a solid lap. It's actually, tough because you don't know what kind of speed the track actually has in it until you really go out there and try to get aggressive with it. But it was a good lap for us. Obviously, a big improvement from what we had yesterday.
Certainly put something down for everybody to shoot for. He's been on the pole here a couple of times and taken it to victory lane from there, Alan.
All right, Vince, thanks. Travis Kvapil locking himself into Sunday's race with the 3rd fastest lap so far. Let's talk about Denny Hamlin and this whole conversation that's happened through the garage this morning with the order for qualifying set through the first practice speeds only on Friday. Were they sandbagging to get an early draw? Were they not? And so on. There are risks and there are rewards.
yeah, well, first off, there's nothing illegal about what they were doing. They were just kind of playing the game and hoping that they could get an early run here, and it would be beneficial to them, and qualifying would be completed.
And that's if that's what they were doing.
If.
Yeah, and the downside is that he's got the fastest lap by far on the board. If we get a rain shower like now, it means nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still going to start way back. So there's a little risk there, and I'm not sure whether it was intentional or not, but if it was, it's the way you can play the game.
I just love how Denny's like, it's an all right lap.